This is Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Specialty Barrel Series.
And it's Bourbon Night. Let's get into it.
Welcome back. I'm Chad. He's Chad. Two Chads, one channel. What we're gonna do here? These are three. We have a wheated bourbon, a rye bourbon, and a rye whiskey. We're gonna take this rye whiskey, is that how the song goes, and put it away. We're gonna do the two bourbons on this episode. We have an upcoming rye episode where we're gonna do a bunch of ryes, and we're gonna put that rye in there.
This is how we pick what's gonna be first. Grab it.
This is the wheated bourbon, which is red. So let's do that one first.
It's a nice red.
Oh yeah! God. Wow! For those of you who had your subwoofer cranked up, I'm sorry.
It's a mash bill of 52 corn, 35 wheat, and 13 malted barley. So 107 barrel entry proof, bottling proof's 105. So I guess foolproof or cask strength maybe. Limited edition. So Chinquapin Oak, which we have talked about recently. Was that recently? We talked about Chinquapin Oak.
I believe so.
I can't remember what that was, but so it's a unique species of American oak. It's also found in Kentucky. So it's a little bit different than your standard, I don't know the scientific name for American oak, but a little bit different grain structure.
It's a very specific type of oak. Yeah. Yeah, they say, and yes, I'm reading completely from the press release. It says, unlike the traditional grain to glass releases, which are aged in No. 3 charred white oak barrels, the Specialty Barrel Series explores new dimensions of maturation. For this inaugural release, these whiskeys were fully aged in Chinquapin Oak, a distinct species of American white oak native to central and eastern North. Turn page over. America. Known for its higher vanilla content, Chinquapin Oak imparts butterscotch. Well, this will be fun to see if we see it on there. We don't like to usually read tasting notes, but these aren't tasting notes. Chinquapin Oak imparts butterscotch, creme brulee, toasted nut, chocolate, and toffee notes, creating a bold mouthfeel and layered finish. Okay.
I'll be the judge of that. I do like the nose. It's very dark, caramel. It's
very dark caramel, yeah.
I was about to say it smells wheat, but because it's wheat.
It is a wheater.
I was going to say it smells bready. It's wheaty.
Yeah.
Cereal grain, kind of in that. What's the cereal you can't own the name of?
Cornflakes.
Frosted Flakes.
You can't own cornflakes.
Or Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
But that's Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes is where you were going.
It's sugary. It's got it just smells like you open up a box. Open the box on the back. Just the little air.
Yeah. MSRP on all of these, we should say, is $129.99 for a 700 milliliter bottle.
These are 700s.
These are 700, so I guess they're going over to the European market. Yeah, as you said earlier, each expression was barreled at 107 proof because that used to be their old barrel entry proof at 107. Back before the law changed and raised it to, you could go all the way up to 125.
Which now they do.
Yeah, 110 used to be the highest, and these guys used to go in at 107. There's a little, if we're sticking with cereal, can I put out Honey Nut Cheerios? You
can, but I won't allow it.
I get a little bit of honey, a little
toasted
honey.
I see the Honey Nut Cheerios. It's a little almondy. It's like I'm going to say marzipan.
Okay.
It's almond paste, for those of you who don't know what marzipan is. It's just almond paste.
Yeah, I get the almond paste. All right, now let's dive in. To your health. These are all 6 years, by the way.
Yeah.
I spent 6 years in that Chinquapin Oak.
I was just like, well, how old is this? And then it clicked. It's in a blind, I'd say 10.
It is bringing a lot of the darker age notes, like the barrel notes.
I think being lower corn, 52 corn, has something to do with that too. So more malt and, 1% more malt than what they normally use, but 35 wheat. It's a lot of wheat.
It's a lot of wheat. It's also very close to a barely legal bourbon, because 51 being the minimum of corn.
Yeah, and the finish is long. It sits in the chest. A lot of dried fruit. Usually with wheaters and stuff, it's more like raspberry, strawberry, those tart fruits. This is more in that black cherry, little chocolate, maple.
Yeah, I'm sort of getting a cocoa note on the finish. Ooh, second sip. Here we go.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what's weird is I am sort of getting a little bit of an effervescence in here. There's no rye in here.
No rye.
Which typically effervescence a higher rye, you'll get that. But there is a brightness of almost like a rye-ish quality.
Yeah, and there's this nice little citrus pop too. That's why I was like slowly breathing in and out, because the tannins are starting to really like. It's pretty tannic. It's pretty dry.
Yeah.
For a 6-year-old, but it's like breathing in and out through my mouth, like it's bringing a lot more, like you said, almost rice, like heavy baking spice. There's a citrus pop. It's this nice little dance happening on the front of my tongue, and I like this.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. I mean, I would like to think that if I didn't know this, I could tell. But the fact that they added the water to get it down to 107 before it went into the barrel for aging, and then when it came out, apparently it lost a little bit of proof in those 6 years, and it's down to the 105. But the lack of the addition of water post aging is helping the mouthfeel,
100%.
as it often does. It is a really good mouthfeel.
I'm all about proofing in barrel. It's just something about that. The whiskey and the water and the wood interaction while it ages. I think that's, Michter's, they go down to 103, and there's a couple craft distilleries around town who do 105, and I think that just has a much better end product. It, costs more, you're not getting as much yield because you can proof it down later, but no, definitely, like you said, it shows on the mouthfeel. It's very, very dense and viscous and syrupy.
It's almost kind of jammy on its finish after a couple of sips.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is about it, but I am reminded of a Scotch. There are some, and maybe 13% malt, as you said, only 1% higher than they typically do for Heaven Hill, but
I see what you mean.
Do you?
I do. I see what you mean. Maybe that's what I, like in the back of my mind, like, subconsciously without knowing. I'm not a big Scotch guy. I'm a Highlands. I'm a Lowlands. I'm not a big peat guy. Lowlands are like a lightly peat, a little bit of smoke. This has just a touch. I think the Chinquapin's adding like a little bit of, I said charred oak in the beginning. This adds a little bit of like a smoke to it. And I think with it being higher wheat takes longer to age, even though I think it drinks older than 6. I think the high wheat with the Chinquapin's given that smoky, grain forward profile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely different than any other Heaven Hill expression that I've had anyway.
It's one of the funnest things I've had from Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on to something else. We got to pull the card to see what it is. But before we do, we want to hit pause to tell you about our home on the internet. That's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get both of the t-shirts. Hey, that one's back in stock. Sizes small through 5XL. Yes, all of those sizes back in stock. This is our newest t-shirt, which is still fully in stock of all the sizes that we have. But you can also get bottle cut candles there. You can get all of our glassware, hoodies, because it is getting cold, sweaters, sweatshirts, challenge coins, more. That's always going to be coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And for as low as $1 a month, you join Patreon at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight, where you get discount codes on that glass, the exact glass he's drinking out of, and all the merch and all the restock merch.
I'll send you this glass.
That glass. You can get first access to barrel picks. We have a lot of barrel picks dropping soon, so if you want to get those, you need to join Patreon. You can join us on barrel picks. We pull from there from Mentioned Bourbon Bottle, another round Chad Squared. We've been doing some little sample videos and just fun, like more off the cuff. And you want us to see us be negative? We're negative for Patreon videos. So
not exclusively.
Not exclusively. No, but I mean, like that's more unfiltered. And so much more at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight.
All right, we'll be right back after this. And we're back. All right, what are we gonna do now? What could it be? What could it be? Oh, hey, it's the rye bourbon. Rye bourbon, which is the blue. So we're gonna do a little switcheroo here. I was really thinking it was gonna be that rye that we weren't including.
Yeah.
Will rye bourbon be a better cork pop? Pretty similar.
Yep.
All right, so that same 52% corn, the same 13% malted barley, but the 35 of the wheat is exchanged for the rye. So 35% rye in this, Chad. Did you know?
Yeah, I've read it too.
Barrel entry proof again, 107, and this one is also bottling proof of 105. The rye, which we'll get to in another video, is actually 107. So that one, yeah.
No, I need you to nose this.
Okay, I'm working on it. Ooh, that's bread baking. It's someone's in the kitchen. Dinah's there.
This smells more wheated than the wheat. To me, like this smells like a wheat bourbon on the nose.
Do they mix up their colors?
Yeah, do they mix it up?
I can see that.
Yeah, this breakfasty. It's waffle batter.
It's pecan.
Yeah. It's
a little syrup. Slight maple. Huh.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a spice bomb.
Yeah, I mean it's
35 rye.
35 rye. That's really high rye. There's not much higher out there. There's some that gets into the 40s with it still being a bourbon, but okay. Well, maybe we'll get that rye on the palate.
Yep.
Confirmed.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Wow, it drinks like a rye whiskey.
It does. Very effervescent.
Effervescent, minty.
Yep.
Citrusy.
Pine forest.
Yeah. Wintry snowfall. Pine.
First blanket of snow cover. Yeah. It is a little dry.
Yeah, I like it though. I'm confused by the nose of the palate range. Like I don't know if I should be upset or happy because it completely shocked me. Like the taste of it is not what I thought it was going to be.
Bit of a chameleon in that way. I agree that the wheat didn't taste its age of 6 years, but this one 100%. Even more so.
Yeah,
does not.
No.
Oh, I'm letting the finish settle in on that second sip, and it really.
No, I needed a drink of water. It's drying me out.
It really, yeah. As I said, it's a little dry, but that finish, much more of a hug. I feel like on the rye.
It is just very much like you're taking a drink of soda or sparkling water or something like fresh cracked carbonation. As soon as it hits your tongue, it is just like Pop Rocks almost. Like I think it's growing on me more that the nose and the palate don't match up because the nose is still breakfasty.
Yeah, the nose is not changing after.
No, it is not. Usually, you
drinks.
taste it, you're like, man, okay.
But yeah, I like it.
I do too.
So their notes, which we have avoided, but they're right here on the card: toasted oak and pecans, which it did say, with hints of cedar and barrel char. Cedar. I guess
cedar's always a hard one for me. I usually it's on vintage stuff or things in that vintage realm. Sandalwood is an easy note for me to get though, just because it's like a beachy.
Of course, that was all the nose.
Yeah.
I didn't really get pecans. I got pecans on the palate, but not the nose. Palate, they say rich and viscous. Honey. Yeah, we said that. Caramel, red fruit, and orange peel. That's interesting. I guess that citrus could lean orange peel.
Yeah, but it can. I'm surprised I didn't mention anything about like rye, pine, spice. I'm getting a lot of black pepper now, like as it sits, which they say white pepper. Yeah.
The finish, they say soft with rich honey sweetness, then spicy oak and white pepper. Okay. All right, let's pick a favorite. I'm going to go back to the wheater.
If I close my eyes, is it blind?
Sure. Two completely different whiskeys here.
Yeah. That's a weird follow-up to after having this one. I know which one I like better.
The rye is hotter.
Rye is hotter.
Coming off the wheat. Woo. Okay, I think I have my favorite.
Yep, me too.
So 3, 2, 1, we're gonna put our hand over which one we like the best. I'm making sure. Okay, there we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, both on the rye train.
I thought you were gonna go here. After you called out the Scotch note and dove back into it, I don't know, it was like
mental.
A mental thing where I'm just like, it is very malty, scotchy, and the smoke note from the wheat. I do like it. I think it's really good, but I'm a big rye fan, and I like that this. I would call this a rye whiskey, a blind. I would not guess a bourbon. So
correct. Yeah, definitely for the rye fan or the high rye bourbon fan. We should do recommend or not. 130 is not nothing.
No, not especially for a 6-year.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what I'm going to work into my recommendation is you can't just go off of the specs because 6-year 107 proof for 130 doesn't compute in the mind.
No.
But after having it,
they both drink older than 6.
They do, and it's a Chinquapin Oak. It's a different type of thing, and I also think the lower barrel entry proof has helped a lot of things, including the mouthfeel. So for the rye, I'm giving it the recommend.
I too will give it the recommend.
Okay. Now the wheat, which we liked slightly less, I'm gonna say if you are a Scotch drinker, if you like some Scotchy notes, you know, maybe not if you're a big peat head. This isn't in that category at all. But if you are an indiscriminate whiskey drinker, you drink any type of whiskey, I think you're really gonna enjoy the wheat. I do appreciate for what it is too.
I think it's a good product, and I loved it until we tried the rye bourbon. And the rye bourbon for me is, you know, it's great. I mean, on a scale of like, if we were, I don't want to put numbers on it or like letters or anything, but it's like they're this far apart. This just edges it out just because it has more of what I want. And then this is like, it's good. I wouldn't be mad buying it, especially if I haven't tasted it. But this one is like, oh, I'd buy one or two. You know, I'd make sure to keep buying it once it's gone.
Right. I think we have to do the recommend based off of before we had the one that we liked better. And I was a fan of it. So
yeah, I was a fan of it. I'd recommend it. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, like you said, if you're a non-discriminate whiskey drinker, then
yeah. And we should all strive to be that indiscriminate whiskey drinker. No, okay. Hey, but that's where we better leave it. If you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here, and we hope to see you over there in one of those. And until next time,
drink more bourbon.